Subic Shipyard, surges. Again, thousands cheer as HD Hyundai leads the comeback, blared the headlines across the Philippines. The news struck like lightning. After years of silence, the giant cranes and docks of Subic Bay were alive with movement once more. For many, this was more than just an economic story. It was a symbol of hope, revival, and the power of second chances. Cameras flashed as local news anchors broadcast live from the newly painted gates. Industry experts and engineers, once scattered by the downturn, were now returning, suitcases in hand. The air was thick with excitement and relief. Streets around the shipyard bustled with families, vendors, and workers eager to witness history. The story of Subic's return made headlines across Asia and beyond. It was not just about ships, but about spirit, a nation ready to build again, stronger than before. As the sun rose over the bay, it felt like a new chapter not only for Subic, but for the whole Philippines. The reopening ceremony was a festival of hope. Thousands gathered at dawn, many dressed in bright barongs and waving banners. School children sang the national anthem as fireworks burst overhead. Local food stalls lined the streets, sharing rice cakes and sweet mangoes with visitors from near and far. Company leaders, government officials, and even former shipyard workers took the stage. They spoke not only of business, but of dreams reborn. The crowd cheered as the first new hull slipped into the water, a signal that Subic was truly back in business. The sound of welding and hammers mixed with laughter and applause. For many in the crowd, it was a deeply emotional day. Some remembered the pain of layoffs and empty streets. Others looked forward to new beginnings. Children clung to their parents, their faces glowing with the promise of tomorrow. This gathering was more than a celebration, it was a promise. Subic's heart was beating again, and everyone felt part of something bigger than themselves. Subic Shipyard had once been the pride of the country, a shining beacon of industry and progress on the Philippine coastline. Its docks were constantly alive, filled with giant vessels bound for every corner of the world, carrying goods and hopes across the seas. Thousands of skilled workers, engineers and craftsmen built and repaired ships here, fueling the local economy and supporting families for generations. Their expertise was renowned, and their hard work kept the shipyard humming day and night. Subic was more than just a workplace. It was a symbol of Filipino talent, ambition, and unity, a source of pride for the entire nation. But in 2019, disaster struck, casting a shadow over everything the community had built. The shipyard's previous owner, Hanjin Heavy Industries, faced bankruptcy after years of financial struggle and mounting debt. Almost overnight, the gates closed, and the once busy shipyard fell silent. Over 20,000 workers lost their jobs in a single blow. Stores and restaurants that depended on the shipyard's activity shuttered, leaving entire neighborhoods in distress. Families struggled to make ends meet, stretching every peso and worrying about the future. The once busy streets grew quiet, echoing with memories of laughter and industry now replaced by uncertainty. The closure sent shockwaves through Olongapo and the entire region, affecting not just workers but everyone who relied on the shipyard's success. It was not just about economics, it was about lost dignity, broken dreams, and the pain of seeing a proud legacy crumble. Many skilled workers had no choice but to leave for jobs abroad, separating from their loved ones in search of new opportunities. The empty shipyard, with its silent cranes and deserted docks, became a sad reminder of what had been, a monument to both achievement and loss. Yet even in the darkest times, hope was not lost. The spirit of the community endured, refusing to give in to despair. Community leaders and local officials kept pushing, working tirelessly to attract a new investor who could bring Subic back to life and restore its former glory. Their patience, determination, and the resilience of the people would soon be rewarded, as the community held on to the hope of a brighter tomorrow. Enter HD Hyundai, a global giant in shipbuilding renowned for its innovation and commitment to excellence. With decades of experience and a reputation for building some of the world's most advanced vessels, Hyundai was searching for the perfect location to expand its global footprint. After careful study and analysis, the company saw what others had missed. Subic was a diamond in the rough, waiting to be rediscovered. Its potential was clear to those who looked closely. Subic's deep, naturally sheltered bay offered ideal conditions for constructing even the largest ships, providing safety from storms and ample space for expansion. This unique geography set it apart from other locations in the region. The nearby international airport and well-developed highways made it easy to bring in raw materials and ship out finished vessels efficiently, connecting Subic to the rest of the world and streamlining logistics. But perhaps the biggest reason for choosing Subic was the people, the heart and soul of any great shipyard. Subic boasted a deep pool of skilled welders, engineers, and technicians, many of whom had honed their craft over years of dedicated work. Many had trained for years, often working abroad on world-class projects, gaining valuable experience and expertise that they brought back home. Hyundai realized that with the right investment and support, this local talent could shine once again, revitalizing the shipbuilding industry in the region. Government support also played a key role, with tax breaks, infrastructure upgrades, and a welcoming business environment, making the decision easier for Hyundai to invest in Subic. Hyundai's arrival was not just a business deal, it was a partnership built on trust and shared vision. It was a vote of confidence in the Philippines and its people, promising new opportunities and a brighter future for the community. The company promised to bring not only jobs, but also cutting-edge technology, world-class training, and a bold vision for the future of shipbuilding in Subic. This partnership marked a bold new chapter for Subic, blending global expertise with Filipino heart and setting the stage for a new era of growth and innovation. Hyundai's Subic investment is more than just reviving a single shipyard. It's a bold step toward transforming the entire region's shipbuilding landscape, breathing new life into an industry that's crucial for global trade. It's actually part of a much bigger dream: the creation of the K-Shipbuilding Belt, a visionary project that aims to reshape how ships are built and delivered across Asia. This is a network of shipyards stretching all the way from South Korea to the Philippines, and possibly even other Asian nations down the line. Imagine a chain of advanced facilities, each one connected and working in harmony. So, what's the goal? To build faster, smarter, and safer together. By combining resources and expertise, the network can tackle projects that would be impossible for a single yard alone. By linking shipyards, the belt offers a whole new level of flexibility. Real-time communication and digital coordination mean that every yard can stay in sync no matter where they are. If one yard is full, another can pick up the slack. This dynamic approach keeps production moving smoothly, even during peak demand. Ship parts might be built in one country and then assembled in another, making the most of each location's strengths and resources. This cross-border teamwork is a game-changer for efficiency. This kind of teamwork doesn't just cut costs, it speeds up delivery, too. Customers get their ships faster, and companies can take on more ambitious projects. Plus, it lets each yard really focus on what it does best, whether that's massive tankers, high-tech energy ships, or specialized vessels for unique needs. This alliance also boosts security, with shared protocols and constant monitoring, the network can respond to threats more effectively. In times of crisis, a network like this can adapt quickly, shifting resources and expertise where they're needed most to keep operations running smoothly. And for the Philippines, joining the belt means being part of a powerful, respected group. It's a chance to showcase local talent and innovation on a global stage. It puts the country right at the heart of Asia's maritime future, opening doors to new opportunities, partnerships, and economic growth for years to come. The Subic Shipyard that is reopening is not the same as before. Walk the docks today, and you'll see high-tech robots, smart cranes, and green energy systems. Workers use tablets, not just toolkits. Training centers buzz with new recruits learning about digital design and advanced welding. Hyundai is bringing in projects that go beyond traditional shipbuilding. The yard is now working on ships for wind energy, special vessels for undersea cable laying, and even modern defense ships. These projects use less fuel and produce fewer emissions, helping the environment. This transformation means fresh opportunities. Workers are not just building ships, they are building the future. Subic is becoming a hub for maritime innovation, where new ideas are tested and launched into the world. Innovation is the new engine that will drive Subic and its people forward. The revival of Subic Shipyard brings more than just jobs for welders and engineers. It sparks a wave of opportunity that spreads far and wide. Suppliers, from steel factories to food vendors, are seeing orders rise. Local schools are starting new training programs. Restaurants, shops, and transport companies all feel the new energy. Estimates suggest that tens of thousands of direct and indirect jobs will be created as the shipyard ramps up. Families that once struggled are now dreaming again. Young people who once thought they had to leave for work abroad are seeing new hope at home. the economic ripple effect is reaching beyond Olongapo. Other towns are sending workers, and businesses are setting up shop nearby. National pride is growing too, as the world sees Filipino skill on display. Subic's revival is proof that industry can fuel community, and that a single investment can change thousands of lives. None of this would be possible without teamwork. The Philippine government worked closely with HD Hyundai to make the transition smooth. Local officials helped clear red tape and upgrade roads and utilities. Schools and colleges launched new courses so the next generation could join the shipyard workforce. International investors and local businesses joined in, creating a strong support network. Banks offered loans for small suppliers. Community groups helped workers retrain and adapt to new roles. Together they built a safety net that made the comeback possible. This spirit of partnership is now a model for the nation. It shows what can happen when government, business, and communities pull together for a common goal. The story of Subic is not just about ships, it is about working together to build a future that everyone can share. As Subic flourishes, it is changing lives in ways that numbers cannot show. Families are staying together. Skilled workers are proud to stay in the Philippines instead of seeking jobs abroad. Young people see a future filled with possibility, not just struggle. National pride is soaring. The world is taking notice of Filipino craftsmanship and innovation. The country, once seen only as a source of labor, is now a leader in technology and design. Subic's story is inspiring other regions and industries to aim higher. This revival is about more than economics. It is about dignity, pride, and the belief that the Philippines can and will compete on the world stage. Subic Shipyard's transformation is a beacon of hope, showing that with vision, teamwork, and faith in people, even the toughest challenges can be turned into triumphs.